So using a lens of economic development, why do you think some of the world's most innovative cities are making the decision to become more compact and also reduce the need for cars?
The simple answer, from my perspective, is something that very fine urban economist Jeffrey Lynn said to me, which is that in the 50s and 60s, we got very excited about cars. And so we built everything at the scale of cars. And what we did there is that we overshot because we were so excited and so enthusiastic about them and put so many resources in them. And so what you're seeing is us recompacting. So put that in a longer perspective. It was a very fine paper by an economist, Steve Redding, that looks at the City of London. So if you think about the City of London, that is London City, rather than the greater London area, in 1800, everyone who worked in the City of London lived in the City of London. And then with the invention of rapid transit, you saw people hollow out. Now nobody lives in the City of London. It's just businesses and other institutions. And people use rapid transit to come in. And this idea of a 15-minute city seems crazy to me because I think about all these places that you're looking at. And I'm like, well, maybe people will be able to shop and live and walk to where, their kids go to school in 15 minutes. But what they're not doing is they're not taking 15 minutes to go to work because they're all relying on massive, rapid, non-car transit systems that are connecting these cities together. So I lived in the New York suburbs for most of my life. And one of the things that really annoyed me as a young adult in the New York suburbs is that almost everything takes place in Manhattan because that's the central focus and people understand that almost everyone can get there. Even if it takes you 45 minutes, an hour and a half, that's where you can connect to as opposed to sort of more distributed, things that you need for your life. And so I think it's a misnomer to think of us as compacting these cities. I think we're rethinking the car and we're thinking about having things close on foot and close on bike, but we're definitely not rethinking having rapid transit that gets us from far outskirts to far outskirts or far outskirts to center cities. These cities are all growing tremendously in geographic size.